Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Kyle. I make reactions to movies and TV shows. Today we are headed back into X-Files, but this time season 2, Dose. We finished up season 1 on one heck of a high note. Episode 24, Erlenmeyer Flask. We finished up season 1, episode 24 on a great story. Mulder had been taken by the Men in Black. Is that an appropriate term? I've been calling them the Men in Black since I've been thinking about it because, that's what they are, right? Or do they have some other weird name that's not spoilery in the context of the show? Let me know. Mulder was taken by them. Alien life has been confirmed to everyone that matters. Scully, Mulder, Deep Throat is dead, and X-Files. So that's like my biggest question going into this episode. How are they going to stick the landing that they set up? The X-Files is apparently gone. Are they just going to wave it away? Or is there going to be more of an attempt to justify its existence? I think that's what I would like to see. I know at the end of last episode I said that maybe something will happen that forces the X-Files to get back together, but having some time to think about it now, I think that maybe the route they'll take is Mulder will continue being Mulder. He will Mulder, and there might be like a period of a few episodes where they are not working as official FBI agents, which I think would add an interesting element to the storyline if they had to work outside the confines of the law. I think Mulder would be a-okay doing that because as we saw in Fallen Angel, Mulder apparently spends his pastime, his hobby is going out into the woods and hunting down alien stuff, extraterrestrial stuff. So I don't think he'd have an issue working outside the law, but I think it would be interesting to see how Scully would react to working outside of the law. Or maybe they'll just say after 2 minutes, hey, I pulled some strings and we got the X-Files back together. But I'm hoping they take the first route where we actually do get to see some outside the FBI action and a slow pivot back to the X-Files being an official thing. Am I right? Am I wrong? We will find out. But as always, if you want to full version will be in the description. I put my conspiracy hat on you, and then I put one on myself. Okay. And here we go.
We wanted to believe.
And that you did.
2 spacecraft were launched from the Kennedy Space Flight Center, Florida. They were called Voyager.
I send greetings on behalf of the people of our planet.
Arranged so that it may be understood if ever intercepted by a technologically mature extraterrestrial civilization. There were no further messages sent, nor are any planned.
Where are they going with this?
We wanted to listen. I wanted to believe, but the tools have been taken away. The X-Files have been shut down. Our ears, now deaf to the realms of extreme possibilities.
Is Mulder talking to the audience, or is he talking to us? So things are turning on. Also, doesn't it kind of sounds like Mulder is afraid of extraterrestrial contact? Which I guess would make sense if they think that they took his sister, if he thinks they took his sister. I wonder if this introduction will ever change up or if they just use the same one for 10 seasons. So, what are we going to get at the end of this? Alright, so this time the truth is in Puerto Rico.
No, that's the strippers.
Sunflower seeds. I thought they were pills. I was like, ooh, someone's having a fun time.
Come out and play. Nice touch. Very hot. So laying them down on the rail. Boom, boom, boom.
Mulder, what are you listening to? You okay, Scully?
Something wrong. His dreams Who he loved, saw, heard, what he feared. All locked in this small mass of tissue and fluid.
You kind of sounded a little spooky.
Excuse you? Calling people spooky.
Good afternoon, Agent Mulder.
Mulder has just given up, hasn't he? Or at least he's retreated, like, inside himself quite a bit. I don't know if it's up to FBI code, but I like the scruff. Scully? Who the heck are you meeting? Mulder? Or some other? What's going on? Now this might be a little bit spooky.
$4 for the first hour of parking is criminal.
You know, Mulder, from back there, you look like him. Deep throat.
He's dead, Scully. I attended his funeral at Arlington.
I wanted to talk, but I haven't found anything.
She is your
It's
friend.
dangerous for us just to have a little chat, Scully.
Mulder, I haven't seen any indication.
No, of course not. These people are the best.
The X-Files have been terminated, Mulder. We have been reassigned.
I don't know if they're still watching you.
So why have you bothered to come here covertly?
Unless he's doing
Because
something.
I realized that it was the only way that you would see me.
Well, actually, we know he's doing something. We saw him in the recording station.
Mulder, I know that you feel that without the Bureau's resources, it's impossible for you to continue. Well, what then?
Have you ever been to San Diego?
Yeah.
Did you check out the Palomar Observatory? The idea and design came from a brilliant and wealthy astronomer named George Ellery Hale. An elf climbed in his window and told him to get money from the Rockefeller Foundation.
Oh.
And you're worried that all your life you've been seeing elves?
In my case, little green men.
Oh. Does he want to believe?
Seeing is not enough. I should have something to hold on to, some solid evidence.
The believer has become a skeptic.
Your sister's abduction, you've held on to that.
I'm beginning to wonder if that ever even happened.
Don't give up.
Just give him a little pat in the head. He needs a pat on the shoulder because he is looking down.
Do we have to watch this, Fox?
Leave it. I'm watching The Magician at 9.
We have a young Mulder.
Now look. The fuse is blown.
I thought he said he was in bed in season 1 when this happened. I have to go back and look. Well, regardless, that would be traumatic for any child. Deep Throat 2.0. Oh, hello.
Do you know the significance of this piece? This is the first selection of music on the Voyager spacecraft. If another civilization out there were to hear this, they would think, what a wonderful place the Earth must be.
Maybe they won't have ears.
I would want this.
What is his face? Oh, he's not up for whatever this is. I think you best get to the point now.
You've supported me at great risk to your reputation. All I can say is I think we were close.
This is one of his Congress contacts.
I don't know.
Okay. I thought he was going to ask him for something.
What?
Okay.
You have to get to the radio telescope at Arecibo, Puerto Rico.
What am I looking for?
Take Scully with you.
Contact.
What year was the WOW signal?
No, is he in some kind of trouble?
Hello again.
Failed to appear at his assignment this morning.
Shouldn't you be on the Daedalus, you know? Headed to Pegasus? Why you... Oh, it's you.
No, Agent Scully, the Bureau can handle. She doesn't know where he is.
I don't smoke.
She'll find him.
You know, I doubt we're gonna see Bigfoot, but this would be the perfect situation for Bigfoot to show up. You know, it would sadden me to the core to think that the government would spend so much money building something like this and then just, you know, leave. But they probably would. They probably would.
No trace evidence immediately apparent around the exterior of the control room, which is locked with chains.
Chains that must be broken. I like how Mulder came prepared. He's got his own breaking and entering kit.
Although the control panel lights are still on.
So what's powering them?
If anyone's been here recently, I see no indications.
You hounded me to have lunch with you today, and then you don't show. You're a pig.
We'll get a little bit. No jealousy, Scully. Spooky? Oh, if it's right, I will. Well, I still like that we're in sync. I love that I think like her. Trust? No. Oh.
Galactic latitude.
What is your excuse going to be for being in here?
Are you following me?
Agent Mulder's residence is under surveillance. Please explain why you're here.
Why are you here? Why are you in here?
So, whenever he's away, I feed his fish.
Oh, did you accidentally just give them something really important?
What the hell is this?
You guys cannot just come into someone's house. As far as you know, she's allowed to be here. We don't know who the hell you are. Oh, clever, clever. I think Scully should have asked who they were. You know, not just taken their word like, oh, he's under surveillance. Ew, who the heck are you? My heavens, by the time you find what you're looking for, you're going to be so dehydrated, you're not going to be sure if it's real or not.
Nombre. Why are you so afraid? What have you seen? Jorge, no comprende. Did you say men?
Little green men?
Looks like the WOW signal.
Little gray men? They're grays, right?
Wow signal?
In August 1977, my buddy Jerry
77.
Amon found a transmission on the printout like this.
Yeah, that's very famous.
It came through on the 21 centimeter frequency, which no satellite transmitters are allowed to use. The WOW signal is the best evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence. Where did you get this?
Maybe you can tell me.
Didn't they discover, like, the best explanation for the WOW signal was that it was probably a reflection of communications off of the moon?
UC Berkeley has
I
one.
don't know.
The Planetary Society has one at Harvard and in Argentina.
I'm surprised Jorge is still here after that. I would have left.
No. Jorge, don't touch that red button. No ho on the rojo.
What?
The same message is transmitted 4 hours later, just miles away from...
I send greetings on behalf of the people of our
You can't be afraid, Jorge.
Really? Because, I don't know. Maybe fear is a good thing to... Jesus.
Don't be afraid.
Oh, he gone. He gone, Mulder. He gone.
You can't be afraid. Jorge!
Oh, my God. What is that? What'd they do to him? Is he alive? Looking to see if someone's watching her. You guys are not good at your job.
Hello, this is Fox Mulder. Leave a message, please.
CA 519.
Is she planting something? Or was that a legit call?
At the tone, Eastern Daylight Time will be 5:47.
Relax, we know where she's going. St. Croix. Caribbean Air Flight 519. Takes off at 5 after 7.
Okay, so she was planting something. Scully is much smarter than me. I'm thinking Jorge is dead.
The day is, although not a qualified pathologist, I will record my observations of the body in case at some future time decomposition should obscure forensic evidence.
He's not gonna cut him open, is he?
The subject, perhaps victim, is Hispanic male. There are no indications of any lightning strikes. No singeing of the hair or burns of any kind.
I mean, technically, you'd have to take off all his clothes to make some of these assessments.
Commonly associated with cases of alien abduction.
Maybe he just got bit by a spider or snake and you can't see it. Although, like, the weird, yeah.
Having set in, although less than half an hour had elapsed.
That's definitely suspect.
The expression reflects
fear.
My God, Scully, it's as if he's been frightened to death. Printouts of received transmission indicate contact with another life form. Even if I could see them, would they really be there? How do I know this isn't some classified military satellite? These transmissions are from the Voyager, for God's sake. Or is this just some elaborate joke played on those who want to believe?
This is a different side of Mulder.
Before, I could only trust myself. Now I can only trust you.
Self-doubt. She is a bitch.
But what would I do if they really came?
I think maybe you're about to be given your reason to believe. Maybe just hit record, like right now. Hit record and see what comes through. Oh, red, orange, and blue. I don't know if you should exactly stay here, but this is Mulder. He's going to stay here because he is desperate to know what's going on. That does not sound... Well, it could be human. It could just be, like, really slowed down.
Trust no one.
Oh, he doesn't want them to get in. Are you sure you don't want them to get in? I mean, don't you want to see them? No? No? Okay. We have established these aliens are not very nice. Like, they're not coming to give us any kind of season's greetings here. These guys are the probe first, ask questions later. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Seeing is believing. Scully? Scully.
Mulder, it's Scully. Dana Scully. Do you know where you are?
The tape. Evidence. Proof.
I don't think they would leave that behind so willy-nilly.
Proof of what?
Contact.
Oh my God, they really left everything behind.
Is that them?
No, this isn't it.
Oh crap. Oh, the military! The military are coming! Okay, okay. Grab everything you can and run! Just grab everything you can and run!
Help me with the body.
We don't have time.
Help me!
Mulder, we're never going to be able to get the body out of the country.
Get the paper! Get the paper! Get the paper!
Evidence is worthless if you're dead.
You have hands! Oh, okay. That works too. car. Get in the car now. Oh, how quick on the trigger finger are they going to be? Oh my gosh. Oh, you don't know where you're going. You might be about to slam head first into a tree. This car has excellent suspension. But they still knew he was here. Are they going to let him out of the country?
You left your off-site setup. Another brick agent had to cover your ass. The entire surveillance.
Oh, okay.
Censure, transfer, suspension, probation.
And I'm willing to accept those measures. But I had enough on that surveillance to arrest those suspects after 3 days, let alone wiretap my phone and a legal procedure without a court order.
Oh, he doesn't know. I really don't like you.
Your time is over. And you leave with nothing. Get out.
I don't think he's talking to Mulder. Heh. Bye, bitch. Okay. Yeah. And? Oh, come on, just leave, dude. You cocky, arrogant SOB.
Report back to your assignment.
Okay. He's growing on me. I didn't like him at first.
Do you want me to make the arrests?
Okay.
Continue the surveillance.
He gets put in the friendly column. Although I'm sure there will be consequences for what he just did, but that puts him even more in the friendly column.
The entire tape is blank.
Well, if you couldn't fire your gun, maybe...
The storm may have degaussed everything, erasing the entire tape.
I may not have the X-Files, Scully, but I still have my work. I still have you.
Yes, you do. I think she's like his I don't know what they're called, but like, you know when you say you have something in a storm to find your way back? That's her for him.
Lap dance cost more. All right.
Oh.
Tell me the best spot. Where?
I don't know what it is, if it's a relationship, like a romantic relationship, but it's definitely a friendship. And it's a friendship that I can get behind. All right, that was my reaction to Season 2, Episode 1 of The X-Files, Little Green Men. And I have to say, it lived up to all of the expectations that I had. I wasn't expecting it to be nearly as high profile as Episode 24 was of the last season, but it picked up from a lot of things that I had questions about, and it did go in the direction that I wanted it to. The X-Files does technically not exist anymore still. They do seem to be going, at least for this episode, they went the route of Agent Mulder and Scully are just separated from each other. They're doing this in their off time. They are conspiring together behind whoever these Men in Black shadow people are, and they're just really exploring like Mulder's mentality. I really like that Mulder has flipped the script and that he is now being so skeptical of everything. I think that many of the events that transpired in this episode, had they happened to Season 1 Mulder, he would have been on it like that, you know, like he would have immediately been able to make that assumption or that conclusion that it was aliens. And in this episode, you have him so clearly doubting himself that even though he is coming up with, I'd say, like pretty solid proof, not proof. There's a lot of like things that are happening together, you know, like there's a confluence of evidence happening. But even that, he still, you can hear his like self-doubt in his head where he comes up with explanations of what it could be, what it couldn't be. He's saying that he doesn't trust even himself. He only trusts Scully. So clearly the events of episode 24 really screwed with him. And it does have me wondering if maybe he's also dealing with, and maybe the show will explore it, maybe it won't, but if he's also dealing with some kind of form of PTSD. He was kidnapped, presumably drugged, possibly hurt or beaten in the last episode. His life was very much on the line. I think any normal person would experience some lingering psychological issues from something like that happening to them. I mean, even in the airport, it struck me how different Scully was, because in the last episode, Scully was, I think, genuinely terrified. The actress that plays her is very, very good at showing emotion. And when Scully was in the car and the Men in Black people were passing by her. No, she wasn't in the car yet. She was just walking to her car. But when the Men in Black people were passing by her, I think the actress did a really good job of portraying like genuine, like, holy fudge on her face. And then you have in this episode when she's in the airport, she's keeping it cool. She's keeping it together. You know, she knows she's being followed. She doesn't know who these people are or what they want. I don't for a second believe that they are actually from the FBI. But she keeps her cool. So, you know, her character has definitely grown, hardened psychologically. She's much more open. And I think Mulder has gone in the opposite direction, where he is much more vulnerable and much more exposed now. So it'll be interesting to see where they take that. I don't think that Scully will push Mulder to believe in the same way that he did. So I don't see it as a flipping, like Mulder is Scully and Scully is Mulder now. I more so see it as just character development for both of them. I think that Scully will help Mulder understand himself, not try to understand her opinions, which is something I really like about her, because I think that's who she is as a character. And like I said at the end, I really do like whatever they are developing between the two. I can't tell if it's romance or just genuine friendship, because, and this might be like something they did purposely or not, I don't know, but the characters rarely discuss anything about their relationship with each other. Everything is kind of, you see it on screen, but you don't really see them ever talk about their relationship, which is much more of a friend thing to do. I think if it were an openly romantic relationship, one of them would express openly romantic feelings. And I think that if you take out the sex of Mulder and Scully, if you were to put a man in Scully's place or a woman in Mulder's place, the relationship would read more as friendship than romantic. So there is a part of me saying that, Kyle, you're only seeing it as romantic because you're not really used to seeing men and women interact like this. So there is kind of a small part of me that hopes they don't take it in a romantic direction, because it is rare on TV that you get a show that will put a man and a woman in a friendship, just like a legitimate friendship with each other without trying to force romantic things. And I think that would be a very interesting storyline to go down. Because, I mean, let's face it, almost every TV show in existence, when they put a man and a woman in some kind of friendship together, they inevitably have to insert romance or a love triangle. So I do think it would be very interesting to see them go down the route of just strict friendship. I don't have anything against them if they develop it romantically. It definitely makes me kind of think of 12 Monkeys, Jennifer and Cole, where there was that really great friendship bond. I like it. I like it when shows have awesome friends. Just because also sometimes it's hard to take a romantic situation in a good direction, because romantic situations have such a predictable path, whereas friendships are much more malleable. And I'm not a big fan of drama. Usually when they introduce a romantic thing, the next step is to introduce some kind of drama in the romance. And I'm just not a big fan of drama. So friends can usually exist and help each other out and forge this really strong bond without the insertion of said drama. I don't know. But that was a lot. That was a rant. I didn't really even talk about the story. There's a lot of things happening. They got people following them. I don't know who it is. Encounters with aliens, maybe. I like Mulder's thing, like, oh, well, it could just be a military satellite. Like, can you imagine season 1 Mulder having said that? That was interesting. Scully she's really learning those counter-espionage things. This was a good episode. We'll see where season 2 takes us. Like, if you want to full version will be in the description. I take my conspiracy hat off you and to take it off myself, and I will see you next time.